This is the Isle of Mull, one of Scotland's most incredible islands. Rich in wildlife, rugged coastlines and peaceful beaches, and with roads that snake through breathtaking landscapes. If you're new around here, we're Jack and Joe, that's our scruffy hitchhiker Frank, and this is Big P, our home on wheels which has taken us on adventures to wild places around the UK and mainland Europe. Join us as we take a road trip around the Isle of Mull, as we explore its ancient history, spot some of the island's famous wildlife, hike to stunning viewpoints, enjoy clear night skies and northern lights, as well as drive along incredibly scenic roads. If this sounds like your kind of adventure, then come along with us for these wild journeys on the Isle of Mull. Welcome to a sunny spring day in Scotland. We are at Oban. We're about to take a ferry over to the Isle of Mull. Joe's in the back getting a hot drink on before we have to turn off the gas. It's going to be a beautiful sea crossing. I think the ferry is about 50 minutes via Calmac, and we bloody love a Calmac ferry. So once we get the green light from the ferry staff, we will board the ferry and let's go explore the Isle of Mull. Oh, hi there.
Can you bring some snacks through, please?
I can. Snacks for the boat. We're ready to explore the Isle of Mull. Let's go to the Isle of Mull. Actually, I don't need my seatbelt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Caledonian big-brain vessel. Please listen very carefully to the following safety announcements. In the unlikely event of an emergency, you will be informed by means of an emergency signal.
The first highlights of any Scottish island trip is the journey on the Calmac ferry. And if you get good weather like this, it makes it even more special. We left Oban with beautiful spring sunshine and enjoyed watching the Isle of Mull appear in the distance. Soon we were off the boat and onto Mull's beautiful scenic single-track roads. With the dropping sun beaming into our eyes, we set off on a scenic race against time to get to our spot before sunset. Just about made it for sunset. Look at this. This is incredible. So this spot, Fidden Farm, is usually a normal campsite from I think the beginning of April until maybe like September, October time. But for the first time this year, they're letting like up to 15 campervans I think at a time basically stay where part of the campsite is over winter for £10 a night, which is a bloody good deal. I think there's water and all the other facilities that you need as well. Look how close we are to the sea. Like, this is absolutely outrageous, Frankie. It's absolutely outrageous. I'm going to sleep well tonight. Good morning. How's that for a kitchen view? This spot is incredible. If you've been a subscriber to our channel for many years, you'll know that we actually came to Mull 3 years ago, and we've also been to Fidden Farm before. But the beauty of Scotland is that it changes every time you visit. So we're looking forward to doing some old familiar stuff whilst we're here, but also some new stuff that perhaps we didn't get to do when we were in Mull because it was the busy kind of spring half term, and we only had like 4 days. Now we've got like a couple of weeks where we'll be working and travelling around here. So yeah, really excited for that. We've just spent a beautifully calm, chilled morning drinking hot drinks and looking at the view. But now we're going to head off and do something exciting, explore the island of Iona, which is just over there. A short ferry from the nearby village of Fidden will take you to Iona. Iona is an island with beautiful white sand beaches and a rich religious history. The island is known as the birthplace of Christianity in Scotland, and before we hit some beaches, we decided we'd look around the famous Iona Abbey. In 556 AD, the Irish monk Columba first set up a monastery here with the aim of spreading Christianity across Scotland and England. Iona swiftly became the beating heart of the Celtic Christian faith, with the island becoming a renowned centre of spirituality, learning and art. Perhaps the most famous works are illustrated manuscripts, which still survive to this day, and these intricately carved stone Celtic crosses. Throughout the medieval period, Iona played a role as one of the most important places of worship and pilgrimage, with many Scottish kings and lords buried here, including the famous Macbeth. So we grabbed a nice little lunch feed at the St Columba Hotel. Now we're going to go for a little loop walk around the island. Go check out some of its beautiful sandy beaches. Could do with the sun coming back out. When the sun goes away, you're reminded that it is still early March. Lucky we've got our coats. Oh God. Oh! Frank! Frank! Oh no. His head's gone. Oh my. Oh my God. Frank can see the beach, he's got too excited. But it does say dogs on leads. We'll make the call when we get down there. Amazing, isn't it? Check this beach out. The guy in the hotel where we had lunch recommended it. Port Ban. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning, even on a cold March day. This way, Zuma. This way, Zuma. What are you doing?
This is so big. Whoa.
After the excitement of Iona, we headed back to Fidden. This campsite, as you can see, is pretty spectacular. Surrounded by nature, the tidal beach is full of life, from noisy wading birds to herds of sheep and cows. Nearby you can walk to the tidal beach of Knockvolligan, over to the island of Ereid. And on one of our morning runs, we had a very special meeting with some very special hairy coos. One of the best parts about Fidden is enjoying the tropical looking beach and waters that make this campsite famous. These beaches looked even more spectacular throughout the week as the weather warmed and the sun came out. We were treated to some fiery red sunsets, and with sunny weather came clear night skies, including a short showing of the Northern Lights. Well, what a working week this has been, working by the sea for £10 a night. Wow. The campsite has actually opened in 2 weeks, so from the beginning of April, but I think it's like £12 per person, so it's still pretty reasonable, and the views are just incredible. The wildlife, oh my god. And we've had like incredible sunshine whilst we were working, annoyingly. It's a bit windy today, but we are gonna head off and actually leave this campsite and explore some more of the Isle of Mull. We're here with our friends Laura and Jack, who have just started a year-long trip in their campervan. Who we met them last year in Spain. So yeah, they've come for a couple of days. So we're going to drive around the Isle of Mull with them. I'll introduce you to them shortly. Just filling up with some water, and then we're going to go. But wow, I forgot how good Fidden Farm was. Got a little bit of a weather front coming in over the next few days, and when I say weather front I mean just, you know, standard Scottish cloud, wind and rain, which, to be fair, for the past week we have not had, and it's been amazing to be on that beach spot. But we're going to make use of the still quite dry but windy weather and head over to Tobermory, which is the main port town on Mull, via a scenic drive. It's literally called a Scenic Route. Scenic Route to Salem, I think is what it's called.
Jack and LJ have promised us that it's going to be great, so you know it's all on them if it's not.
So apparently that wasn't the Scenic Road, that's just to get away from Fidden towards the rest of Mull. But now we've slung a left, and instead of going down the main A road that we drove down when we came off the ferry, we're taking the Scenic Route to Salem, is what it's called. Yeah, I mean, it's just beautiful driving around here. Like, just every time we drive Scottish roads, our minds are blown. This road was sensationally beautiful as we drove along single track roads with panoramic views. Nice little pit stop. You enjoying the drive so far, guys?
Bloody lovely. No, probably can't even hear me. But look at this. Wow. Get in.
After a quick pit stop and photo op, we carried on gawping at the scenic roads as we headed to Tobermory. Tobermory is a small port town with a big, colourful heart to it. We spent the afternoon souvenir shopping eating food and enjoying the views of the colourful houses. In the spring and summer, you can also take a boat from here to go wildlife spotting, including to the Treshness Isles. We're a month too early, but I'll never miss an opportunity to show the Treshness Islands' most famous bird life, these colourful puffins. With our bellies full of fish and chips and our pockets full of souvenirs, we headed to a beach park up a short drive away. Good morning from Calgary Bay and Calgary Beach. It's been a bit of a rainy one, but I think we've got a little bit of a clear in the rain. We're going to walk all along this headland over there, up around there. As I said, we have been to Mull before, but it was only a fleeting visit to this beach, so we never actually got to go around here. So that's what we're going to go do. We're going to explore parts of Mull that we haven't seen before. Also re-explore bits like this beautiful beach. Come on you two, right there bud. Don't eat it. The weather wasn't in our favour this day, but it was nice to see a different side to Mull compared to the flat white sands of Fidden. Here the cliffs are more dramatic, with big views out along the coast. Walking along the coastline, we made the most of some bad weather. We got a bit muddy before the wind and rain got too much. We waved goodbye to Jack and Laura, and after another week of remote work in a Mull, we were ready for our final few days of exploring this island. We found ourselves back driving single track roads, heading to a spot which was recommended to us by Chris and Izzy, a couple we'd met at Fidden Farm. They recommended the old post office, which is a £5 donation. There's got a really amazing cafe. Check this out. A chocolate orange gâteau or cake. Looks bloody delightful, can't wait to eat it.
It is delightful.
Joe can confirm it is delightful. And what's also delightful is that A, the drive was super scenic, and B, the view from the car park for £5 is pretty amazing. A great recommendation, thank you so much. This is awesome. And we also met another couple who have watched us on YouTube, and they gave Frank the cutest bandana ever. So thanks Simon and Mary as well. We had a great time at Fidden. Now we're looking forward to our final few days on Mull. So today's been probably the worst weather day, but I think it's calmed down for a nice little evening walk. And the woman in the cafe was really, really nice and has recommended loads of walks for us along the coast. we've just seen an otter fishing just off the coast, kind of jumping in and out of the water. I just saw it again over there, Joe. This is it. He's fishing. There you go. The beauty of Scotland is that the landscape shifts and changes with the weather. We woke the next day to grey skies, high winds and rain, and that meant the hills and peaks around us were transformed. We walked along the shoreline of Loch Buie to Moy Castle ruins, which dates back to the 15th century. We ate more cake from the old post office, and we used a rainy day to plan our final adventure on Mull. Final day on Mull, and we're going to climb up there to its highest point. We were going to do this yesterday. We had a bit of a problem where we got stuck in the mud. If you live on Mull and you watch this and you helped us get out of the mud, thank you. We didn't take any pictures, but yeah, a bit of a drama. But it was a nice sunny day, and we've decided that we're not going to park by the Google map pin for the start of the hike. There's a better place, about half hour's walk, much better for big vans like Big P. Beautiful. For our final adventure on Mull, we decided to hike up to its highest point, to the summit of Ben More, which towers at 966 metres above sea level. You got this, Joe. Do you want help? Like a pro. There we go. Woo. Look at the view. This was a strenuous and difficult hike, but the views on the way up more than made up for the hard work we put our legs through. It started with some muddy patches, then some bog, before the path took us along a river valley with mini waterfalls before the proper climb began. On a scree, rocky path now. Views opening up, looking beautiful. And the cloud keeps kind of rolling off the summit, off the top of Glenmore. So hopefully we'll get a nice view up there. And I've got a passy in my bag, and that's all I can think about. Nearly in a cloud. We got this. Into the cloud, up to the peak. Look at this. The views are pretty epic with the cloud. Add into it. Just kind of, oh man, it's just beautiful. Woo. I feel like the feeling of accomplishment when you get to the top of a mountain. And there's a beautiful view at the top. Right, go on. We did it, Frank. We did it.
Frank can stop it as well. Where was it?
Right to the top. not much of a view. But we have got a sense of accomplishment. We got to the top of a mountain without the aid of a gondola or a ski lift, Joe. Chairlift. Do you wish we had a gondola or a chairlift?
Yeah.
Frank did really well, didn't you, bud? You do really well?
You had lots of treats, didn't you? Loads of treats.
We're going to try and wait and see if we get the view. But it is a bit cold on the cloud. I won't lie.
5, 10?
Give another 5? Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't catch a view from the top, but the hike up was still worth it, and we did get a super sunny morning here before we caught the ferry back to the mainland the next day. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you on the next adventure, where we will visit the Isle of Tiree, which is known as the Hawaii of the North. As usual, if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below, as it helps with the discoverability of the video. We will catch you on the next adventure.